Okay. Okay. We've talked about the beer belly diet about a year ago or so, about how it is you have to put calories in your system and how you choose those calories and what they're good for. Yeah. But we haven't talked about the exercise program. And so I feel suddenly it's time to talk to you about the exercise program. This is for over 50 people. Not over 50 people out of 7.3 billion or whatever it is. The people that are over 50. I mean, look at us. What are we to do? Life is so hard. We don't have any time for anything. And people want to spend 3 hours in the gym a day? No. They want to spend an hour in the gym a day for the rest of their lives? No. I haven't worked out since about 2016, I suppose. What is that? Close to 5 years. You know, every once in a while, that's the way I look at it. I mean, every once in a while, see, this is the way I look at it. Every once in a while. You just work out to get your muscle mass built back up again, and then you wait about 4 or 5 years till you start getting thin, and you work out for another 3 or 4 months. Is it that difficult? I mean, come on. You see what I do? I don't do anything. But every once in a while, I say, it's time. And for a guy that doesn't do anything, it might make it sound like, how could he possibly get in shape? I don't know. Cigarettes and alcohol. There it is. I got answers that are going to blow your mind. Same as I say, the carbon monoxide that comes from your cigarette smoking is keeping you from getting cancer from the free radicals that are produced by the overconsumption of oxygen in the system. See? Carbon monoxide blocks out the consumption of oxygen, and we still get by just fine. So there's that. That's health. The diet, once a day, if you feel like it. You get good at it, you can go 2 to 3 days. I went 5 days once last year. I said, geez, oh man, I forgot to eat. Everybody suffers hunger. Hunger is your body telling you what to do. You gonna let your body tell you what to do? Your body is just somebody hanging around causing problems for you. It's like anybody else that's going to tell you what to do. You lean back and you go, who the fuck are you to tell me? I'm the guy with the brain in here. So we're going to talk about how to keep yourself in line every 4 to 5 years. I usually start out with several cigarettes and 3 to 4 beers. Before I get the point, I go, there are going to be people telling you other things, how that beer is not good for you, and I'm going to tell you that later. There's still more to come. But since this is the first workout I'm doing in about 5 years, I'm going to start slow. So, let's get started. You hear that? This is the over 50 plan. God, I feel so strong. Alexa, continue. I'll just start with about 30. Ow! Ah!
You take my life, but I'll take yours too. You fire a musket, but I'll run you through. So when you're waiting for the next attack, you better stand, there's no turning back.
So I do usually 50 to 60 in the first minute, and then I stop and do 5 slow ones. E, R, San, Sir, Woo, Ah, stretch it, pick it up, put your feet where they go. Ah, bend over backwards. Where'd they come up with that bend over backwards feel? I realized in one of my videos, Alexa, volume 3. Alexa, 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 volume 2. She just done this. Alexa, volume 4. We don't need to be overrunning each other with this stuff. So you do, well, I just did 30 to make it easy because I don't want to wear myself out in front of you. Not on the first try. But 50, 60 seconds. If you really want a good one, you go ministry, just one fix. And that's the perfect song from Psalm 69 album. It's just dam, 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 and you go, ah, yeah, 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 yeah. And you can do all the push-ups you want. And so, then you get done with that and you go, ah, stretch your legs. Oh, the bending over backwards thing. I heard myself say it the other day. I was like, ah, and I just realized what bending over backwards meant. I've always wondered, where did this line come from? Bending over backwards for you. I think that means you're opening your head to them coming from behind. There's a straight line down your throat. There's a deep throat. You get what you paid for. Bent over backwards for that fucker and he never did a thing for me. They will always trick you. So then you do your push-ups and usually I go run. I'm not going to run right now. I ran yesterday. I'm not going to tell you why. And then you pick up this. I got this. It's just 75 pounds, you know. But it's good for all kinds of different things. I'm only going to do about 8. So you do some of these. We're working for the farm here in this workout. You go, oh, six, 6, and then you, let it stretch your muscles out. Drop them down, turn around, say, oh, let it stretch them out. You let it stretch them out. And so you're doing that. And you stop. I'm shortening this up so I got an old cigarette, you know. And you think I probably need a break, so you smoke a cigarette in the house, even though the, what do you call it? The lease says you can't do that. But do they want you to be polite to your neighbors or take care of yourself and keep their health care down? The cost of it. Come on, man. Let me smoke my cigarette. So if you've done some curls, this is a good curl bar. It's metal, it's a 15-pound bar. These are some cheap weights that were bought at Christmas in about 1984. And they still work. You can change the weight you're using, or you can use it for everything you're doing. Watch. Here we go. We're baling hay. So it's a curling bar, shapes to your hands. And you can just go, ah. It's like picking up a bale of hay. Yo, E-R, son, sir, woo, Leo, Chi, Ba, Jo, Sure, Shuri. I went to 11 in Chinese because the Chinese are smaller. I was only planning to go to 8, but it seemed to make sense. So you do that and you go, ah. You say, ah. Nice feeling. Alexa, skip song. I couldn't stand that song ever. Skip song. And so you take another smoke. Alexa, skip song. Now we're going to listen to commercials. So you're picking up a bale of hay. You got it right off the ground. You're working your back muscles. You're also working your lats, your latissimus dorsi. I don't know what you call it. You're working this stuff. You take another break. You take another drink. And then you're gonna go from picking the bale off the ground to picking it up. I'm not gonna bother. I don't think there's an exercise for throwing it on the wagon. But you go to the inside of these. Alexa, skip. I picked a bad channel. Ah, screw it. Rat. Ah, fucking rat. Now you're picking up the bale to throw it on the wagon. There's you go. E. R. Son. Sir. Woo. Leo. Chi. Ba. One more for Joe. Joe. That's 9 in Chinese. Okay. So we've done your first set on cycles. You start with what you feel good doing. Drop down 2 after that for the next set, and drop down another 2 for that after the next set. But you want to be sure. To smoke your cigarettes and drink your beer. I'll tell you why. There it is. I'll tell you why you want to drink your beer. They're gonna act like everything's a problem. They're gonna act like you can't say that. These jugheads are gonna believe it. But you know what? I never believed the thing you said to begin with. I figured things out. Ugh. It's time I start working out. I'm getting weak, you know, look at me. I started talking about my workout program and my diet, which was about $6 a week. I'm rounding up. What's his name? Alexa, volume 2. Out at the break table smoking cigarettes one day, and Anthony, he's like, that doesn't work that way. He's somebody that does believe in rules. You can't do that way. I said, what are you talking about? Drink 3 or 4 beers, go run a mile, work your way up if you have any need to, like if you plan on committing some sort of crime. I don't run to stay physically fit. I run to stay free. Isn't that the American way? And he's like, well, that destroys your muscles. And what he didn't know is I already put some thought into it. Think about, part of working out, when you work out, why you're supposed to drink a lot of water to flush the lactic acid out of your system, because a workout releases lactic acid from your muscles, and it needs to be moved out, and your muscles, they regenerate and they get bigger. It's something that's necessary. And I put into it, I'm like, well, if working out is actually producing lactic acid the same way drinking produces lactic acid, then there's a healing that's going on. So why not drink while you're working out? Let's tear these muscles down so much that they say, and you come out looking like a fucking monster. And he's like, it doesn't work that way. And I said, you really don't know nothing, do you? I mean, all the science is here. You want to get over 50 and still keep a body that's not just falling off you? You don't work out to the point of monstrosity in your 20s and then find that when you hit your 50s, your joints are all given out and everything. You can't do that kind of exercise anymore. You're sitting there going, I'm falling apart, because you cannot keep working out if your joints are fucked. So you start at a younger age of being a slacker. And as years go by, you just keep picking it up here and there, and it'll fill your skin out. You look at all these old weightlifters, and everybody makes fun of them, and it's wrong, because everybody gets old. They just happen to be bigger. They've got more skin. And their skin sags, and they're in the papers, and they say, look at this fucker, he's sagging. But if you wait and stave it off, it's patience, bordering on laziness. If you stave that off till you're in your 50s and then just start working out. Look at that. I just got here. You'll be able to fill out and you'll look okay. Let your lactic acid burn you down. Keep drinking, keep smoking to keep the cancer out. And if you're trying what I'm doing and it doesn't work, it means it only works for me. You can't hold it